What's going on, everybody? It's Jesse Poole. Hope you're having a great day. There's a handful of you that are new here, and I feel like a proper introduction is in order. My name's Jesse. Let's talk about what this isn't. Number one, what I'm not doing here. You're not going to see a bunch of gear reviews and megapixel this and all of that stuff. I'm not really that. While I love the technical side of all of it and I dive pretty deep into it myself, I guess I'm not adept at going through all of the thises and that's and all the ins and outs of all of the details on how the camera works and how it functions and all of that. I don't feel that that's not really. I consume that type of stuff for myself in order to better utilize the gear or equipment that I have, maybe learn something that I didn't know about it, or understand a piece of it that was missing, or whatever the case is. But what I'm not doing is when I'm wanting to showcase a moment or an experience or whatever, and I'm trying to convey that emotion or that experience the way that I want to share it, I don't really care about all the mumbo jumbo. Like, yeah, there's 3 lights in here right now, and if anyone cared to go over what that was, then maybe I could showcase, we could zoom out essentially and show a little more of the room and talk about there being one key light, there being this light. This is an Amaran 300C set to somewhere in the blue range, as you can tell. We have a Nanlite Pavo tube over here set to orange. So we've got the cinematic teal and orange, kind of blue and orange look going on. My key light over here is it's actually just a cheap Godox light, and I've got an aperture light dome softbox with a grid on it. I think it's turned all the way up to 100. We could go into some of that, and then we could talk about why I chose these lights and why this setup is this way. But I don't know. I don't know that that's necessary. I don't know that you'll get anything out of that unless you like that type of content. And so that's kind of why this reintroduction is taking place, is because there's 11,000 plus people here now, and I absolutely love that this community is growing. I love that we share experiences and we talk about places and we talk about things in the past and buildings, and it's become a fun community and I love it. And I'm also doing more video, and I want to build this same community. And you guys that are on YouTube, I want you to come to YouTube to consume this content, because this type of stuff is going to become slowly phased out on Facebook, I believe. And we're going to start pushing more towards YouTube, which is geared more towards the video content that we want to create and that I want to create for myself, which is going to be something fun. And I think that if you like the photos and the stories, then I think you'll like this, because this is kind of the next chapter or the evolution of what my end goal is as an artist and a creator. And while all of that's being said, one of the things that I also want to showcase is that I'm not some know-it-all. I don't claim to be the best photographer in any niche, and I'm not niched into any one specific category myself. So I feel like trying to be open and broad with what we are able to share may entice a different type of audience, because let's just be real. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not some expert, if you will. I'm just a guy with a camera, and I love telling stories. And what other types of content may there be? I have several tattoos. We may go into tattoo content. If you wanted to see a video of just me sharing and talking about tattoos, let me know. Maybe we'll do that. If you want more of the technical stuff, let me know. Maybe we'll do that. But mostly what you're going to see are photos and the stories behind those photos, or a story behind the reason why maybe I went to take this photograph or explore this area, or why I feel it necessary to share these things. What you're not going to see is AI skies and fake BS. You may get a lengthy post and a lot of details, because that's how I talk. If you've ever sat down and shared a beer with me or a glass of wine, you know that I can be very wordy when it comes to expressing sentiments in regards to a certain story or a certain moment in life, a certain experience, and showcasing and sharing those and putting that to a photograph, and then taking you on an adventure through this reminiscing, if you will. It's going to have a lot of rewording and thoughts that I may maneuver around to fit a better sentence structure, if you will. And within that, what you're going to get is my almost narration-like. I feel like I write like I would want to narrate to that particular photograph. So that's why you get some of that. It hasn't always been that way. This is something more recent that I've kind of evolved into when it comes to sharing these stories about the places or the photos or the moments or the history or that time in my life or whatever it is. So there may be some of that. What you won't find are gear reviews. You won't find all of the hype about the new gear as it comes out, because I really could care less. I like it. I do consume some of it myself, only because I'm looking at specs, I'm looking at the technical, I'm looking at the details, only because I'm willing to weigh the options of what my next investment is going to be as far as camera equipment. That's it. Other than that, I don't know, man. You're not here for the clean cut, the over polished, which sometimes I may over edit. I'm guilty of over processing an image from time to time. But other than that, mostly photography, all stories. And then the video stuff is going to have to live on YouTube. And I want those of you that are interested in videos, and the videos will probably evolve too. They're going to evolve because I'm going to do more of this. I want to do some of this we'll put a photo up, we'll talk about it, we'll analyze it, we'll edit it together, and then we'll show that final result. And we may do some of that type of stuff here on this account. But I think that's it. I think that's, if you don't know who I am or what I do at this point, I don't know that you will. If you've watched all of this, then thank you. And if you're here and you're still here after this video, thank you. If you're new, thank you. If you're old, then I guess this is the last leg of life, and I hope you've enjoyed life if you're that old. No, I'm kidding. I mean old to this channel, this page, this platform. That's all I have, though. I do believe that is it. I did make notes I chose not to even pick them up. They're on the floor face down. I just wanted to ad-lib this. I wanted to just kind of, again, reintroduce myself. My name's Jesse Poole. I'm from Natchitoches, Louisiana. I've lived most of my life here. I've traveled a lot. I've been out of the country. I want to keep chasing what this camera and this creative lifestyle that we have built for ourselves continues to push and provide for us, and I will go wherever the camera takes me. If you need to know any more, shoot me a message. Let me know. Let me know if you like videos like this. This is kind of very stripped down, very, very quick, right here behind my desk at the office. And that's all I got for you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sticking around, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.